Your baby cries more with you than with anyone else. And there is a reason nobody tells you. Because the answer completely changes everything you think you know about your baby's relationship with you. Stay with me. You have noticed it. The grandparents hold your baby and everything is fine. The babysitter picks them up and they are calm. But the second you walk into the room, the crying starts or gets worse. And your brain goes to the worst possible place. Am I doing something wrong? Does my baby not feel safe with me? Is there something about me that makes this harder? The answer is the opposite of what you fear, and the science behind it will make you see every single one of those crying moments differently. If this is your first time here, welcome to First Mom Guide. Every week, we break down the real science behind your newborn's behavior so you can understand your baby better and trust yourself more. Hit subscribe so you never miss a video. Now let's get into it. What you are witnessing is called the safe haven effect, and it is one of the most well-documented phenomena in attachment research. Your baby cries more with you, not because you are doing something wrong, but because you are the only person in their world they feel safe enough to fall apart with. Think about that for a moment. With strangers, with grandparents, with anyone who is not their primary attachment figure, a baby activates what researchers call behavioral inhibition. They suppress their distress signals, not because they are calm, but because they are in a state of low-level stress that actually quiets them. They are in an unfamiliar relational environment, and their nervous system responds by shutting down the signal rather than broadcasting it. Dr. John Bowlby, whose attachment theory remains the most cited framework in developmental psychology, described the primary caregiver as the secure base, the one person whose presence signals to the infant's nervous system that it is safe to be fully itself, safe to need, safe to show distress, safe to fall apart because someone will catch them. When you walk into the room, your baby's nervous system does not go on alert. It relaxes. And in that relaxation, every suppressed need, every held back feeling, every bit of discomfort they were quietly managing suddenly has permission to surface. The cry is not a complaint about you. It is a release that is only possible because of you. Developmental psychologist Dr. Mary Ainsworth demonstrated this in the 1970s through her landmark strange situation experiments. She observed infants separated from and then reunited with their primary caregivers and with strangers. Her findings were striking. Securely attached infants, the ones with the healthiest long-term outcomes, showed the most distress upon separation from their caregiver, not the least. The distress was not a sign of insecurity. It was a sign of secure attachment, of a nervous system that had learned it was safe to feel. What Ainsworth found is that babies who showed no distress with their primary caregiver were actually the ones showing signs of anxious or avoidant attachment. The ones who had learned at a neurological level that expressing needs was not safe, that falling apart would not result in being caught. Your baby cries more with you because you have taught them through every response, every feed, every 2 a.m. hold, that their signals matter, that someone comes, that the world is a place where needs get met. And so, when you are there, they bring you everything because you are the only one they trust enough to bring it to. There is also a physiological component that most parents are never told about. When your baby is with someone other than their primary caregiver, their cortisol levels, the body's stress hormone, are often measurably elevated, even when they appear calm. Research by Dr. Megan Gunner at the University of Minnesota found that infants in unfamiliar care situations frequently showed elevated cortisol despite showing no behavioral signs of distress. They were stressed, they just weren't showing it. When you return, two things happen simultaneously. The cortisol begins to drop, and the suppressed distress finally has a safe container to emerge into. The crying you see when you arrive is not the beginning of their distress. It is the end of it. It is the release that your presence makes possible. So the next time your baby is calm with someone else and falls apart the moment you arrive, know this: you are not the problem. You are the solution. The crying is not evidence that your baby is harder with you. It is evidence that your baby knows you, trusts you, has learned at the deepest neurological level that you are the person worth bringing their whole self to. That is not a burden. That is the most profound thing one human being can communicate to another. You are safe here. I can be everything with you. I do not have to hold it together when you are near. Your baby cries more with you than with anyone else, and now you know exactly what that means.